What's going on, fam? It's your boy Sydney from the Naked Gardener channel. Today, I'm just gonna take y'all on a little tour. We're getting ready to go to Utah. Just got home from work, seeing what the missus is up to. Let's go check up on her. Hey there, sexy. What you doing?
I'm taking down the fencing from the area that we just moved them from their little winter fantasy land. I know the ducks are very upset today because they don't have the freedom range that they've had on the pond. Like literally when I go over there, they're like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah," and they're like really mad at me.
You're the cause of their demise.
I'm motivated to like leave them for a few days because the boys came up and acting like they wanted to nip at my legs.
Oh, poor baby. You shouldn't be so short like them.
Whatever. Enough time for us to have to change their fencing again.
Yeah. So this is the Gallagher fence that we had for them. We had what, 4 fences or 3 fences?
This is 3 164 linear foot fences that we have around our pond that gave them range of the pond, and like we really wanted them to dig up this area and get it prepared for spring. I mowed around the edges and stuff, but I really wanted them to eat down like the weeds and as much of the seeds and stuff like that, and kind of see how the pond does as spring hits, with them like eating off some of like the eggs of some of the things I don't want around here.
Since we don't have a winter barn to keep most of our animals, I mean, we have that one and that one and that one, but there's nothing to really contain them in there as a home was.
Cold,
yeah, and ducks they could go up to -30, I believe I read, these Welsh Harlequin. And I think the coldest we're going to get here around here is possibly up to 10 degrees. But we wanted them to eat down as much as possible on this grass. Like Mrs. Naked Gardener said, this pond is very low. We had it going up to right there originally. That's where the water was at. But
I have a question. And if any subscriber knows the answer to this, part of my motivation also of this is mosquitoes. I kind of want it because I know that they like lay their eggs, and I was hoping that they would like eat as much stuff off to reduce the amount of mosquitoes and flies that we have here. And they had been attracting flies over here, I noticed in on the warm days that we had. So I'm hoping that they were like feeding down to reduce those problems.
Another thing is hopefully they'll got rid of some of the tadpoles that was here, because during the summer and fall time you can hear these frogs croak like crazy. It sounds horrible out here.
And I think that they were attracting a lot of snakes too.
Yeah, well, the frogs will attract the snakes, and so that will be a good thing if they could keep the frog population down. We got the chickens and the ducks moved off over there. Ooh, the sun is bright. I'm about to go check the voltage on here because lately we had some very overcast days and cloudy days and even a rainy day not too long ago. And this is the first clear day, so I'm about to check to see how much of a charge that we have on these Gallagher fence.
Do you want me to show you what I did to help our farm sitter to make it easier?
Sure. Let's find out what she did.
One of the things I did was to extend out the main watering hose over here and making sure that our tractors and the birds were like as close proximity as possible. I found the longest strip of grass so that while we're gone, they're getting cool. And I was trying to calculate how many days, because when we get back, we actually need to move them to another straight path I have in mind. But we're gonna have them like at least leading here and being near the water where we have the birds at right now. Another thing I did was, while we do have those drums over there, I think it's really inconvenient. I don't like having to walk that, so to have somebody else do it that doesn't care about my animals like I do, I want it to make it as convenient as possible and put a container here that has their food, their scratch, their snacks. I just have it all right here with both fences. And then I felt like it was going to be inconvenient for them to have to go here, over there to those. So I had an extra wheelbarrow and an extra plastic bin container. And so what I did with the feed, and by the way, fermentation is fine for us. I go to those efforts. It does take more effort, but it is harder to have somebody who's watching your animals keep up with that because it's a lot of buckets. So I've been reducing the fermentation feed and kind of introducing some of the dry feed so that while we're gone, who's taking care of them, they're going to be getting dry feed. And the birds, when you go in there, they jump right on you. They're right underneath your foot. And they want their feed immediately. So what I did is I'm just going to instruct her to put the dry feed in here and then just carry it and go in, and this is rubber, and that way she can like just put it right into where their feeder is.
Have you shown her yet how to do the process and everything, her and the minnow?
I have not yet. I messaged her earlier and I called her and talked to her on the phone. She's coming over tomorrow morning.
Okay.
To kind of show her the process, and I was like, okay, well, I really need to set this up, and I did it in a wheelbarrow so that it can stroll along with all of the tractors. I don't have it convenient like this for me because I don't have a gym membership out here, and I just do the walking and the exercise. But when somebody's doing me a favor, I want to try to make it as easy as possible.
So are you training them to move this, or is it going to just stay in this location?
We're going to be paying her to move it.
Okay, good.
Because I want it to move, and if she can't move it in the morning schedule like I do, and it's deceiving, I am a lot stronger than I look. It is not easy moving these, and she's really, really tiny. So if she can't do it, then I'm sure, like, I'll tell her, like, in the evening, at least once a day when we're gone, I want to move. Yeah,
because we have some great looking clover over there. I want them to eat up over there, and it's just real nice and thick. So that'd be good for the meat birds to get that little extra protein and vitamins.
Right now we're selecting paths to move them on that have really thick grass.
All right, so let me check on the voltage. This is an S10. See what kind of voltage we have here. 4.2, not bad. 3.8, not good. I hear it grounded out. Oh, it's probably grounded out right here. I hear it right there. All right. So we still got a good charge, so can't be mad about that. For it to be overcast the last few days, and with some rain and stuff, so it's going pretty good. We got to get some other system in place. I bought some 4x4s and some concrete, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a shade. We have a shade cloth. It's 25 by 25 feet, and it has some grommets on there. And so what we're thinking about doing is possibly putting it over two of these fences, so that way they can get some shade whenever we move them around, because it gets very hot here in Texas. Those are some of the ways that we're preparing for our trip over to Utah. What are some things that y'all do that have homesteads to prepare your farm sitter to get prepared for a long move or a vacation or something of that nature? Comment down below and let us know.